it does start from an early age. He's very right. But I would like to change a misconception that a lot of people have, and that is it's too late to have self-confidence.
It's never too late.
It's never too late. You can be 6 years old. I always say that. I love saying that. You could be 6 years old and wake up and decide to fix your self-confidence, and you are going to fix it, because finally self-confidence is a set of beliefs that you have about yourself, and if you fix these beliefs, then you fix your self-confidence.
Great. So there's always hope, guys. All right. It is very true, because it's a bit risky. You don't know where to stop. I mean, should I really listen and assess what's been said, like you've said, to digest it and pick what is suitable, or should I just let go completely? I am good the way I am.
If only one person is telling you you're not good, and this same person keeps up saying you're not good, you're a failure, you're not good, you're a failure, then this person have some agenda to do this. If everyone around you is telling you the same, you need to start listening to people. It is what are those people to you, how are they related to you, and what may their agenda telling you this be. So if there's only one person telling you there is a problem, so you need to doubt his opinion.
Raise the conspiracy theory.
Everyone is telling you, you need to listen.
All right.
This is
I'd like to comment
Consensus.
on I'd like to comment on what Mustafa said. That's a very good point. But I do have a little bit of a different opinion. Sometimes a lot of people tell you that you can't do things, and then later on you discover that you can do it. So it is good to listen to people, especially when a lot of them are saying the same thing. But you have to be careful. Even with that, they could be wrong. It is you who knows yourself better than anyone in the world. You should know, the key to solving all this, in my opinion, is to know very well what you are, whether good and bad. Listen to people, no matter how harsh they are, okay? Take it constructively, take what you want to listen to, and the rest, if it doesn't go with what you know, or it's not going to add up, then let it go.
Let it go, all right. We have Mona, hello?
Yes.
Hello, go ahead.
Yes, I would like to ask a question, please. My daughter is 14 years old. She's very shy. She doesn't go out. She doesn't make a lot of kids of her age. Yes, I would like to ask Karim, can you give me some advice to make her go out and to push her to go out with her kids of her age, please?
Sure, thank you very much,
good
Ms.
question.
Mona. All right, so it's a teenage, this is exactly the segment we're talking about, 14 years old, and this is also a very critical age, the adolescence. So how can we deal with this
very good question, a very common question that people with this age deal with, and my advice to them is to get out and make more friends. And the more you practice with people, the more you talk it up, that in order to overcome this fear, you have to practice. And sometimes we sort of put ourselves in a little circle and then try in this little circle to get more friends, and it's not working. So get yourself out of this circle and get into more circles, and the more circles you're going to get into, the more friends you're going to make. More activities,
yes,
sports, drawing, whatever,
Would you believe that some people actually are very confident in certain situations or in certain areas, and they could actually lose it completely in others? That is possible. It is. You all agree?
Yes.
Okay, give me examples so that maybe people can all actually visualize on that idea.
Yes. I'd like to first tell people that there is a very big misconception about self-confidence, and you cannot point out to people and say that this is a totally confident person and this is not a confident person, because every person is very good at doing certain things and not good at doing other things. So we're all good at the things that we're good at doing. We're going to be confident when we're doing it, and the other things that we're not good at, we're not going to be confident when doing it. So what I advise people to do is search for the things that they need to improve and start improving it, because once they do, it's going to increase their self-confidence. And you have people, very good, like on the stage, and they're good at dancing, and they're completely confident when it comes to the stage, and then outside stage they're not.
Very shy.
Very shy. You have the king of pop, Michael Jackson. And he was so good on stage. You'd think, you know, he was very confident because this was his area. And outside the stage, he was still confident, but he was sort of like, you know, more shy and not the, you know, the king of pop sort of person that he was on stage. So we're all good in one area and not good at others, and we have to, other areas, and we have to improve the areas that
And
we...
it's only normal. So you agree with this idea?
Yes, it all falls back to identifying the areas of strength and weakness.
Again, all right.
Yes, when you are a computer engineer, as I am, you are 100% sure when you're dealing with a computer-related problem that you are self-confident and you know how to overcome this.
So your advice would be actually to try and build yourself up, try to gain or acquire more skills in the area where you feel you're lacking a little bit the skills and efficiency.
Yes, it's never too late, as Reem said. It's never too late to learn and to acquire more knowledge, maybe more artistic knowledge, artistic habits, artistic hobbies, things like this.
And you know that, especially in your field, they say it adds balance because the field that you're specialized in is very, you know, so related to
technical details.
Technicalities and numbers and stuff. But when you go into the world of music, it takes you to a totally different spiritual, indeed.
And you have not to obsess. Think about it as fun. Life is supposed to be a challenge and fun. Don't think I have to be the best violinist when you are a recruitment specialist like myself. And actually, I went to a store and he told me, what do you want to learn? And I told him, I want to learn how to play a violin. And he was telling me, oh my God, I have a friend, he has been studying violin for 14 years and is still a failure. And I told him, oh my God, I freaked out. So I told him, okay, I'll buy a guitar. And then I went back home. I told him, I'm not going to buy anything. And I went back home. What the hell is this? No, I want to play a violin and I want to try that. And I don't have to be a professional or the best violinist in the world.
It's just a hobby.
It's just for fun. And it's going to bring out the best in me. So you don't have to obsess about
To be upset. Okay, before we wrap it up, I want a brief idea from each and every one of you. Just an advice for the youth of today who are faced with so many challenges, a very hard life that they have to go through, and hopefully a very competitive market that will only bring the best out of them. But to remain self-confident and successful throughout your life, what is the magic formula?
I'd like to give a really good advice to people. Sometimes when you're with people, you tend to over-evaluate them and under-evaluate yourself, and then there's suddenly a really big gap, and they're, you know, at the end of the day, they're human beings. They think the same way, and
We're all equal.
We're all equal, you know. And they have the same fears, and they have the same worries, and they have the same ideas. It depends on the context. But what I tend to tell people is don't be too much afraid of people and their ideas. Just talk to them and know that they are normal people. Don't over-evaluate them. They are just as normal as you are. And don't under-evaluate yourself. Know yourself very well.
Great. Mustafa, what do you think?
My tip would be never be ashamed to learn. Always learn. Always wake up every day trying to identify something you do not know anything about and try to read, maybe learn anything new. Always try to learn. Never be ashamed to admit you do not know. This is actually the first step of knowing. You
That's
admit
a very
you do not
good
know.
tip as well. Okay, Sarah.
I would advise them on a really nice trick that I used to do for a while. It worked for me. Have a big sheet of paper, hang it before the bed, and write on it, yes, I can. And every morning and every night when you go to sleep and when you wake up, you will see, yes, I can. And you're going to feel the feeling. Eventually you will get into the mood.
And another,
yes, it's true. And the other thing, just don't obsess, don't overreact, and don't think that one problem is gonna break you. No, it's gonna make you actually. So this is my advice.
Idea. Okay, Rania, what do you think?
I would encourage all youth, like, trust yourself, and first of all, befriend yourself. You can always do whatever you want and have a good life if you believe in yourself, and you can always make a change in your personality if you want to.
Thank you very much, and that is a very positive thinking from all of you. Allow me, before we wrap it up, to thank my guests tonight. Reem Esmail, a personal development trainer and life coach. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mustafa Marzou, computer engineer. Sarah Al-Warai, recruitment specialist. And Rania Nafa, journalism and law student. Thank you all for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Indeed, the conclusion that we've got from all this discussion is that it is never too late to gain self-confidence and to bring the best out of you to hopefully really make up this successful, strong youth that will lead this country to a better tomorrow. That's all for this edition of the program. We'll see you again the same time next Wednesday. Good night.